Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Hardcore Ironman Challenge series, where I try to get as far as possible on my Hardcore Ironman. And I know my account is severely behind the other Ironmans that are going on right now, and that's mainly because it's kind of hard for me to find the time to sit down and do this account and, get away from my main, especially when I have a lot of stuff going on in real life. But I feel like I still get a decent amount of progress per episode. But either way, let's just go straight into it. Right in the beginning, I felt like I wanted to go do some thieving to get some cakes for food, because I was tired of just using, cabbages and other things like that. So I felt like, why not just go get some cakes? And to start it off, I went to go do the buyers and sellers quest. I don't really know why I really needed that, but it's just easy thieving experience. So I went and did that, finished that really quickly, and I got from 5 to 8 thieving. And then after that, I went to Taverley to, to steal the cakes. And that was not too bad. I did like 4 or 5 inventories. My goal was to get like 100 cakes just for my bank, and I can use that over time. That won't last that long, honestly. I will use that up like really fast through like the really hard tasks later on. But honestly, 100 is pretty good for the start, and I did, get a lot of levels through that, because you get like, 16 experience per thief, and I got up to 17 thieving, so that's pretty awesome. That's pretty good level progress already. And then after that, I decided to go do another quest, which was the Restless Ghost quest. That's a really easy quest, like 2-3 minutes, and I did it mainly for the really quick prayer experience, and I finished that right up, and I got myself 21 and 22 prayer. So pretty much that's less Nexus I'm gonna have to do for the 43 prayer. And don't worry guys, I will be doing the Nexus eventually. Maybe next episode, maybe another one. I don't really know, but I will be doing that for my 43 prayer. I just don't know when I'm gonna do that, because I don't necessarily need the prayer right now. I can wait a bit on it, so I'm just putting it off. And then after that, I just really wanted to do a lot of quests. So I started the Rune Mysteries quest, which is the thing to start the rune crafting skill, basically. But you can start the skill either way. But basically, I was going to do both of the Wizard's Tower quests, and the first one, the Mysteries one, was pretty quick. It was very quick compared to the second one, and I got to 3 rune crafting and 7 magic from that one, so pretty decent there. And then I went to do the sequel quest, which is Rune Memories, and that is a long one, honestly. It wasn't the longest quest, of all time, but it was kind of tedious. You had to do a lot of running back and forth, talking to the Ariane chick. But I did finish that, and I got 6 rune crafting and up to 9 magic. And I also went to the Cedrador rune essence chest or whatever. You get a certain amount of pure essence based on your rune crafting skill, and I ended up getting about 105. So that's going to come in handy when I have to go make, my own natures, my own laws, that kind of stuff back, later on. But for now, that'll just sit in my bank. Following those quests, I wanted to actually do my daily challenges, because I know that they're pretty OP on Ironmans, and I have not done them yet. So I had like 5 of them ready to do, but I didn't want to do one of them because of the, because it was construction, and I didn't want to start construction yet. I'm going to leave that for later on, but the first daily challenge I went and did was I had to make 5 attack pots, so that was pretty easy considering I had like 25 attack pots worth of supplies, 15 from the the Druidic ritual quest, and I had like 10 extra from, I don't really know where I got that, but I had 10 extra. So I did make the 25 pots, and that will come in handy later on for Slayer, but I don't know, I'll probably never use the 25. And that brought me up to 10 herblore from just level 4, so pretty awesome progress there. And then the second daily challenge I had to do was light 12 logs for fire making, just regular logs, and I woodcutted all of them, and they were like the evergreens or whatever. That was like the one place I thought of regular trees being close by. And I got a few woodcut levels, I don't really know how many. And I also got a few fire making levels as well for just burning the logs. And then after that, I did my combat daily challenge, where I had to kill 15 level 25 plus creatures. And I decided to kill the cockroaches south of Edgeville in that, the security place or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but the big cockroaches are like level 36, and they have pretty decent drops for a low level. And I killed a lot more than just 15, because I wanted to get 30 defense for the mithril armor. I was really close to that. I was like 28, so might as well get that out of the way so I can wear the mithril armor, have better defense in general. They have really decent loot, like their 100% drop is their carapace, and you can craft that into carapace armor, obviously. and it's pretty decent range armor, and I will craft that later on when I do crafting. It might even be in this episode. But I also got an HP level through it, and I did get the 30 defense finally, and I can wear mithril armor now. But after that, I did my last daily challenge that I was planning on doing, and that was just to plant a hammerstone hop in hops patch. So that wasn't too hard. It was a farming challenge. And then I went and turned in all my daily challenges, and I got a ton of experience in the skills that I was doing. And it brought me up to 12 herb lore, 10 fire making, and 8 farming. So pretty decent levels in those skills, and I haven't really even trained them, to be completely honest. I haven't sat down and trained any of them yet. And I know that really isn't like a high level for any of them, but considering I'm more gearing towards like combat as of now, it's good to get those skills out of the way and keep them from being level 1. And I do have a lot of level 1 skills left, and I will for a long time. So even though my total seems really bad, it is pretty decent for how many combat stats I have so far and how long I've actually played on the account. Now that I have 30 defense, I went and got my full mithril. So I bought the plate legs and the plate body in Varrock and Elcarid. So and I also got the mithril helm from the cockroaches, like one of the drops is a mithril helm, so I don't have to buy that. But yeah, zooming in on that full mithril, that was pretty epic to see, and it actually looks pretty decent for like a low level gear set. It does kind of look badass. Either way, after that I went to do the waterfall quest for the awesome the experience for the strength and the attack. I kind of wanted to fast track those levels because currently I'm at 30 attack and 20 strength. I kind of wanted to get a little higher without actually training them. And yeah, that quest is really quick. You know, it took like 10 minutes at the max. Most of it was just running and stuff. I really couldn't teleport because of me being a low magic level at this moment. But it brought me up to 36 attack and 33 strength. So that's a huge jump. And I think I like jumped a few combat levels as well. So that really, you know, will help me in my tasks. And if you remember from last episode, I ended the episode with a Hill Giants task, and I didn't want to do it because I was too low level. So I felt like, you know what, I can maybe do it now. I headed over to the Hill Giants in the Taverley Dungeon. I don't know if they're higher level than the Edgeville Hill Giants. Maybe they are. But they did seem pretty hard, even with the higher stats and the better armor, you know, the mithril. But either way, I did do them in roughly 2 trips, but I did use a lot of my cakes, so I will have to go back and get more eventually. But it's not that hard to, you know, thieve some cakes, and I'm going to get more thieving levels from that anyways. But I did finish the task, and I don't remember how long it took, maybe like 15 minutes, I don't really know. But it was like 60 of them, and I got to 39 attack from it, 24 Slayer, so I like leveled up Slayer like 4 times. I got 29 HP and a prayer level because I was burying the big bones. And then I got a new task from the Canifis Master, and I got ghouls. So that kind of sucks because they're like level 60 or something, and I know I can melee them pretty, you know, efficiently and stuff. I'll probably like have to eat a lot, but I don't really want to do melee the entire time because I will have to use mage, and they're weak to fire spells. So I decided, you know what? Why don't I just get, you know, higher magic experience? So the first thing I did to get my magic up was to go and do a few like really easy quests that give a decent amount of magic experience just to get it out of the way, because eventually I'm going to have to do them anyway, so might as well do it now when it matters. So I did the Witch's Potion quest, mini quest actually now, and it took like, you know, 2 minutes or so, and that gave me 325 magic experience, and that put me up to 11. And then I went and killed imps for beads at the Kandarin monastery place, and I had to kill like 41 imps. So it did take a, you know, considerable amount of time, more than I thought it would. But I did get up to 14 mage, killing them for the beads, so that was kind of cool. But I turned in the beads, obviously, and I got 875 magic experience for that, putting me up to 16 magic. And then I kind of switched into overdrive, and I went to the Berthorpe Trolls, and you know, to get the 35 magic, because people suggested why don't I do that there, because they're pretty quick. So I did do only like two levels there, like 17 and 18. But then I realized, you know, I'm not really getting anything from this other than experience. So I was thinking, why don't I just go kill cows for the cowhide? And I went to the Lumbee cows because they are better experience. I know you get more cowhide from the Berthorpe because they die really easily, but then you don't get a lot of magic experience. So it's like a, you know, I kind of went in the middle, and I got really good magic experience and really good cowhides per hour. So I went and trained my magic at the cows. It was a lot of you know, dedication and stuff for me, honestly. But I had to kill like 728 cows. I mean, it didn't take that long, maybe like a little bit over an hour. And slowly I did get, you know, faster kills because my magic went up. At first I'd have to 2-hit them, and then I eventually started just 1-hitting them. That's all over the place. But I got to, you know, the 728 hides. I also had like another 80 in my bank. So I'm going to use those hides for like crafting, and then I'm going to make hard leather boots eventually and sell them for a ton of GP for my Iron Man, so I can get some better gear and weapons like later on, because I'm going to need a lot of GP for dragon weapons, and maybe I can buy a jar of divine light later. But now that I have all my hides, I'm going to need some crafting experience to like skip all the really early crafting, because, you know, like the leather gloves give like virtually no experience. So I wanted to get a little higher without actually using up my hides, so they get more use out of each one. So I went and did the murder mystery quest, and that's super easy. If you need really quick crafting experience, like if you're level 1, do that quest, because you get from level 1 to 11 crafting, and it took me like 5 or 10 minutes. It was really, really easy, and I got like 1400 crafting experience, and again, put me up to 11 crafting. So I basically skipped all of those boring levels in the beginning, and I saved my cowhide for the higher levels. And then I tanned all my cowhide into like 320 soft leather, and the rest into hard leather, so I can craft them now. That didn't take too long, maybe like you know, 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, just not doing it hardcore. Now here is a ton of levels. I basically craft all these things, and I went from 11 to 27 crafting using all of my soft leathers. It didn't take too long to just craft the regular leathers into the 27 crafting, into the bodies, and then into the legs. But either way, I finished that, and then I started doing my hard leathers, and I made roughly 500 hard leather boots, which are very nice to have. They sell to a general store for 300 GP each, roughly. So that is a decent amount of money for my account right now. And basically, I felt like, you know what, why don't I also, you know, craft my other various hides that I had. Like I had some spider silk, but I did craft all my carapace, and all of that brought me up from 27 to 37 crafting. So 37 crafting is really high for me, honestly. I didn't think I would get that high. I was maybe expecting like 20 or something like that, honestly. I didn't, at the time, I didn't know how hard leather boots were 27, but either way, 37 crafting, that's one of my higher skills now, and I eventually will get higher, you know, higher crafting by just collecting more hides and, you know, dragon hide and stuff. And not only did I have a lot of those things I could sell, I got a new ranged set of armor, which was the carapace. I also got a better mage wand and orb. I think it was the spider silk wand and orb. It's slightly better than the mind spike I got from the Rune Memories quest or whatever. So yeah, now I can train my magic and my range a little bit more efficiently. And I sold all of it pretty quickly. Got to 154,000 GP. And I had like a, you know, 11k in my bank. So that was 165k total GP. And now that I have all that GP, I wanted to play it safe. So I went to Edgeville and I bought the Jar of Divine Light from Mr. X, which is 100k. And if you don't know what that is, if you die with that item in your bank or inventory or whatever, if you just own that item, if you die on a hardcore Iron Man, you turn it into a regular Iron Man. So that means if I die on this series, I won't lose this account, and that could open the door for like you know, an encore series or something like that, if you guys would like that. You know, good fight 100k. I could have used that on dragon armor and stuff, but still 100k is you know, I can get that pretty easily through Slayer and stuff. And then for the last thing of the episode, I wanted to go and do the museum you know, exhibit quizzes. And if you don't know what that is, you go in the basement of the museum and you just answer a lot of quizzes, like quiz questions on the displays. And once you finish all of them, you get 1,000 Slayer experience and 1,000 Hunter. So that put me up to 25 Slayer and to 9 Hunter. And hopefully the next episode I can maybe get to like 450 to 500 total, depending on what I do. But in this episode, I got a little bit higher than like 370 something, I don't remember. Something or other like that, but I did start the episode at like 232 total, and I went up from there. But in the next episode, I think I'm going to be doing ghouls, like my ghouls task, and then see where I can go from there. And maybe I can train my range. I just felt like I did enough on this one, and there won't be another time I can play my account for a little while, so I don't want to like have the episode being spaced out too much. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the progress and the series overall. If you did enjoy it, drop a like and tell me any feedback in the comments. I'd love to read them. And either way, I'll see you guys in the next video or Iron Man episode or whatever. So I'll see you guys then. Have a good day.